आदाय कृष्णपृष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदान्त स्वामिनिति नाम्ने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्यदेशतारिणे जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधरा श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम राम राम. So I welcome all of you for this session, that how we can start our new year with the blessings of the Lord, or we can have a auspicious beginning. As we all know, we are on the urge of ending this new year and starting a new year together as per the Gregorian calendar, which is widely accepted across the world. And we also, like, if we see entire this thing is followed through this calendar, entire system is followed. So let us take this opportunity to mark as a divine blessings, to invoke the divine blessings of the Lord. So as we are ending this new year 2024, so if we see, all of us has a tendency that whenever either we end a day or we end our week, which is known as weekend, we end our month, or it may be ending of a year. Yes. Yes, now my voice is clear? Okay, all right. So it may be ending of the year also. So many times when even we open our social media, it suggests what have all we have done in our year. It shows our recap, entire year's recap, which all places you have visited, which all posts you have shared, which all photos you have shared. It recaps entire thing. Even entire film industry, whenever there is a new movie is going to release, if ending is not good, if ending is not have a happy ending in general, they may take a reshot. So all of us, we get lot of importance to the ending. Either it may be our day or a week or a month or a year or whatever it may be. Whereas Krishna is also speaking about the end. He is also speaking about the end in the Bhagavad Gita, which is the ultimate end of the life. How one should prepare himself. Just like in movie we prepare, how it can be a happy ending. Same way Krishna also instructing us or guiding us how our life should be a happy ending. He is saying Antakalecha Mameva Mukta Smrana Kevala. By remembering him at the time of death, one can be free from the bondage of this material world, which is full of dukkha. Krishna is mentioning. Whatever you may try, different ways to be happy, but you will see somewhere or other automatically some kind of distress automatically comes into our life. Even though we may not desire, it will end up with some kind of distress. So, how we can safeguard ourselves with such distress, that we have to understand. And how we can understand? When we know what is our destination. Just like you use Google Maps. We use Google Maps to reach to certain destination. Suppose you open up your Google Map and ask your Google Map, give me the directions. Give me the directions. Google Map will not be able to work properly. Google Map will not work properly. Why? Because we have not mentioned the destination, where I want to go. Where I want to go. So how Google Map can guide us? It will not be able to guide us. So it is very, very important for us to know the direction or destination where we are heading. Either it may be our day-to-day basis, or year-to-year basis, or it may be a matter of our life itself. If we don't know the destination, we cannot begin our journey. We may be roaming around here and there. We may get completely confused. But if we don't know the destination, we will be lost. We will be lost. But if somehow or other we know the destination where we have to reach, then our journey will be peaceful. Our journey will be peaceful. Same way, this human form of life also has a destination to attain. And what is that destination? Is to go back to Godhead. Shastra says, Punarjanmana Vidyate. One should not take a birth again in this material world. That is the goal of this human life, human existence. Just like, suppose you take your vehicle and you start driving onto the road, and you find a traffic police. He is asking where you are going, sir. You are saying, just I am driving. Okay, that is okay. You are following all rules, regulation, everything is understandable. But where are you going? He is completely clueless. He has no answer what to say. He is completely clueless. Same way, if we don't know our destination of our human life, we will be lost. How much ever we may lead our life with full of moral principles, doing good to others, if we don't know the destination of our human life, we will be lost. We cannot drive the happiness. So this human life is given to us so that we can go back to Godhead, come out of this material world, go to Vaikuntha. Kuntha means which is full of miseries, full of anxiety. Vaikuntha means it is free from all kinds of anxiety. One simply enjoy bliss at every moment. Anta Sukha one can experience at every moment of their life. Once, we all know there is a great Alexander the Great. He instructed his minister that whenever I die, you take my body in such a way like hands of mine are coming out of the coffin and people are offering gold and jewels onto my body, and this coffin box is carried by the best of the royal doctors. So this minister, he was completely freezed. He don't know what to answer, what is the meaning of doing all this. So he could not resist himself. And he asked Alexander, "O my majesty, why you want all such things? What is the purpose of going in or living or taking your body's possession in such a way?" He says, "I am the Alexander the Great. I have control over the world. These empty hands, when these hands are out of the coffin, it will show to the people that even I, being the Alexander the Great, cannot carry anything with me. I cannot, whatever I have earned, I may have conquered the entire world. I may have got lot of wealth, lot of relationships, lot of assets, but I cannot carry any of these things. Even though people are offering all these golds, jewels, I cannot carry all these things with me. Even though I have been carried by best of the doctors, still I am not protected. Still I am not protected. I cannot be saved. Everyone has to die. So what we carry then? Like in this life, we have worked hard, acquires various degrees, wealth, money, relationship. Can we carry all those things? Suppose a baby is born. Oh, we have got a postgraduate baby. He has done BTech. We have got PhD baby, or we have got a baby with 1 crore rupees. We have got a baby with some gold coins. We have got a baby who is very famous, who is a very big famous personality influencer. No, none of such things we can carry. So what we carry ourselves because we being the spirit soul, whatever we have done for the Supreme Lord, to whom all of us belong. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, Mamevamsha Jivaloke Jiva Bhuta Sanatana. We all belongs to him. We are his part and parcel. So whatever act we perform in our life for that Supreme Lord, those deeds, those acts, we can carry. When we carry body to the samshana or crematorium, we say Ram Naam Satya Hai. Only the holy name of the Lord is the truth. Lord is truth, His holy name is truth, His pastime is truth. All these are absolute truth, they are eternal in nature. So when we develop that relationship with the Supreme Lord, that we can carry in our next life, that we can carry even next life. There's so many big peoples has come and gone, but none of them can carry whatever they have performed in their life. But what they can carry is the actions or acts they have performed in relationship with that Supreme Lord can be easily carried into their next life. To their next life. So if we see, we all are looking in our life for permanent things. Either it may be the relationships that we may acquire. We want a permanent relationship. Suppose I want a husband or a wife. I want that husband or wife should remain with me forever throughout my life till my last breath. If I get a son, he should be there with me till end of my life. All such relationships, whatever we try together in our life, we want it to be permanent. Or for that matter, even we speak of assets. If we construct a house, we construct it in such a way that it will remain forever. Will remain forever. If we try to get a car, Nowadays, government has put restrictions that there is a validity of car for 10 years, 15 years, but still we chose in such a way it should remain forever. So that is the nature of the soul. That's why we always choose something which should remain permanent, because soul is by nature permanent. But we all of us has been landed into a situation which is very incompatible. We have entered into this world which is temporary in nature, whereas soul is permanent in nature. So it is a very incompatible situation. Suppose you drive a vehicle and that vehicle is running on a petrol. But if by mistake you put a diesel, will you be able to drive that vehicle? You will not be able to drive that vehicle. Same way, we all has come into this material world which is temporary in nature. And our nature is to seek permanency. We want to be permanent, eternal things we want in our life. We want to seek all those things in our life. And we think then only it will give me happiness. So all those permanent things can give us happiness only when it is centered or related around Krishna. Because Krishna is eternal. Krishna is eternal. So when we perform our activities in such a way that it is connected to that Supreme Lord Krishna, who is permanent and we are also permanent, then each and every moment we can feel that bliss and joy in our life. Nava Nava Rasa, newer and newer taste, joy one can experience simply keeping Krishna as a center of his life. Each and every moment, each and every day will be a new day for that person. Not only year will become a new, each and every day will become a new. He will enjoy, rejoice, and each and every day will be a great opportunity for that person who has centered his life around that Supreme Lord who is eternal in nature. So we all endeavor for various material things in our life: education, talents, skill, jobs, relations, everything. Lot of things we put endeavors. But this year, we should try to put endeavor to make spiritual advancement also, make progress in bhakti also. We should try to include Krishna in our life. We should add an element of devotion and bhakti in our life. We should focus, or we should take out some time of ourselves for that inner development or our spiritual growth. And Krishna says, Bhagavad Gita, Neha Abhikarmo Nasosti. When somebody put an endeavor in this direction, Nasti means there is no end to it. Means it will not end. Just like we take degree. It is as long as our body is there. After that we take again birth as a child. We have to again start from A for apple, B for boy. Again we have to, get graduation, all that. We have to appear. Again we have to appear for the exams. Whereas any endeavor we put for Krishna, in the next life, it will start from where we have left. Suppose this life we have, done out of 100, 10%. Next life we will start from 11%. Whereas in material aspect, if we see, if we have attained even 90% in this life, next life we have to start with the 0%. We have to start again with the 0%. So a person who is very intelligent, only that person can understand, yes, I have to give a time where I can attain something which is eternal, which is permanent, which cannot be destroyed. Nasosti. And that is a development at soul level. That is the development at soul level, because we all are soul, spirit soul. We are not this body. Few years back, this body was something different. It was small, like a kid. Now there is a completely different body. Even as per science, every 7 years, we change our body entirely. Each and every cell of our body is completely replaced every 7 years. So we should take opportunity by having some resolutions, and with determination, when we try to fulfill those resolutions, spiritual resolutions in our life, we can experience that joy and bliss, what we are meant for. And we can attain that eternal nature very easily. So it's a very golden opportunity for all of us to take resolutions and invoke the blessings of the Lord. So I suggest minimum 3 things one can easily do on the daily basis. And those 3 things one should add into his life. In Bhagavad Gita, at the end of Bhagavad Gita, in the 18th chapter, when Krishna is, ending the Bhagavad Gita, he is giving very important instruction. What he is saying to Arjuna after, completing almost entire Bhagavad Gita, he is saying, Sarva bhuya tamam bhuya shrunu me paramam vacha. Sarva bhuya tamam. Bhuya means confidential. And there is a superlative degree to that is bhuya tara. And next to that is bhuya tamam. Bhuya tamam means most confidential. One is confidential, one is more confidential, one is most confidential. So Krishna, he is telling Arjuna that Sarva Bhuya Tamam, among all the most confidential knowledge, now I am giving you the even more confidential Paramam Vacha. Paramam Vacha means supreme instruction I am going to give you now. Before that, Arjuna and Krishna, they almost closed their, conversation, and Arjuna was ready to, fight all that. After that, Krishna is giving this instruction. After that, Krishna is giving this instruction. And who is Krishna, from whom everything has emanated? Aham sarvasya prabhavo. He is the sarva karana karanam. From him Vedas has come, from him entire creation has come. Ishvara Parama Krishna Sachidananda Vigraha Nadir Adir Govinda Sarva Karana Karanam. He is the Adi, he is the origin of everything. He is the cause of everything. From him everything is emanating. That person is telling this Sarva Guhyatamam, most confidential thing. That person is telling that Rahasya, confidential thing to Arjuna, which is meant for all of us. What he is saying next verse? He is saying, Man mana bhav mad bhakto. मदयाजी माम नमस्कुरु मामेवस्यसि सत्यम ते प्रतिजानी प्रियोसि मे. He is telling man mana, think of me. So when Krishna is telling think of me, is it Krishna is going to get benefited? No. It is not that Krishna is going to get benefited. It is for our benefit Krishna is telling think of me. Just like a doctor, if we see when a person who is suffering from some disease or sickness, doctor gives some medicines. Doctor gives or prescribes some medicines. For whose benefit? For the patient's benefit. Not like he has to sell all his medicines. Patient may think like that, oh, he want to make business. He want to sell these medicines to me. That's why he is prescribing all these medicines. Whereas a real doctor, he prescribes medicine for patient's benefit, not for his own benefit. Not for his own benefit. So same way, Krishna is prescribing all of us. Man mana bhav bhakto. Always think of me. So Krishna is saying, for our welfare, he is a Swarat. He is complete. Lakhs and crores of Lakshmis are engaged in his service. He does not need anything from us. He is complete with 6 opulence, Shad Aishwaryas. He does not require all these things. But still he is telling this as a confidential, most confidential, to think of him. And best way to think of him, to chant his holy name. That same Krishna who has appeared as Lord Chaitanya, he also says the same thing. What he is saying, Kirtanya Sada Hari. So there is no difference between the chanting of the holy names of the Lord, and especially in this particular age of Kali Yuga, best thing is to chant his holy name. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So one can take this opportunity to remember the Lord, to think of the Lord by chanting his holy name. And about his holy name, what he is saying? Nam Namakari Bauda Nij Sarva Shakti. All my potencies, energies, I have invested in this holy name. I have invested in this holy name. That holy name, just like suppose I want to go to US. So to go to US, I need the currency of US, which is known as dollar, so that I can live there comfortably. I can live there comfortably. Same way, to go back to Godhead, to the abode of Krishna, Vaikuntha, which is free from all miseries, anxiety, which is full bliss. There, what is the currency is? Golokera Prema Dhana, Harinama Sankirtana. This Harinama Sankirtan, holy name of the Lord, chanting of the holy name of the Lord, is the Dhana. Dhana means currency. That is the currency. So when we chant the holy name of the Lord, one easily develop that relationship with the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and one can easily go back to Godhead without any disturbance. Otherwise, suppose you don't have dollars with you, it will be difficult for you after exiting airport to go anywhere, or even to eat, for that matter, to eat or survive. Right? So same way, to come out of this material existence, which is full of dukkha, not only dukkha, it is temporary in nature. It is a completely incompatible situation we have been stuck with. So the solution is Punarjanma Vidyate. We should not take birth again in this material world. We should come out of it. So one can easily come out of it by chanting the holy name. And Prabhupada says one should focus first on quantity. So first thing is we should fix or take commitment as a resolution that this year I am going to chant this many rounds every day. Those who are not chanting, they can take a commitment at least of 108 times one round of Hare Krishna mantra. Those who are already chanting, they can take even more 4 rounds, 6 rounds, 8 rounds, 12 rounds, 16 rounds, and even more. But one should start at least with 108 times every day Hare Krishna. Whatever situation we may be, we should try to chant this mantra, which is fully potent. Manatrayateti mantra. Mantra means it delivers our mind from all kinds of negativity, all kinds of anxiety, all kinds of depression. It can deliver. And this mantra is not at all ordinary mantra. Kali Kale Nam Rupa Krishna Avatar. That is this mantra. Krishna personally has incarnated in this age of Kali into this mantra, into this holy name. So that much potent it is. So one can take a resolution that I am going to chant these many rounds every day. When we take such resolution and commitment for the Lord, even though we may not have any ability to fulfill such commitments, but when we take such commitments for the Lord, He gives us the empowerment by which we can easily fulfill those commitments. Just like Arjuna, he was not having sufficient strength to fight with Bhishma, Drona, Karna, Jayadratha. He could not have killed all of them. But when he accepted Krishna's desire, yes, Krishna, you want me to fight, you want me to kill all of them, now I will fight. So Krishna, he gave him all the directions. He gave him all the directions personally by which Arjuna was victorious in the battlefield. Same way, when we include Krishna in our life, that element of devotion in our life, Krishna will personally guide us. Krishna will personally guide us without any doubt. But we have to be very determined. We have to be very determined. We have to be very sincere. And how this sincerity can be expressed? When we take such commitments. When we take such commitments. And when we find that even though I have taken commitment, I am not able to fulfill, but you will see the reciprocation of the Lord. And that's how our relationship with the Supreme Lord develops. Our personal relationship with the Lord will develop. So these commitment plays a very, very important role in our spiritual life. And this science is shared by the acharyas, because acharyas, they know the purport of the Vedas. So it is very, very important that all of us should take a commitment of chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Second thing is Bhagavad Gita. Second thing is Bhagavad Gita. We should study or read Bhagavad Gita on daily basis. Now, why we should read? What is there? So that is mentioned in Gita Mahatmya. What it is says, Gita Sastram idam punyam yaha pathet prayata puman. Vishnu padam avapnoti bhaya shokadi varjita. One who reads with a regulated mind. Regulated mind means regularly or with determination, even though he may not feel that I should read Bhagavad Gita, but still, no, I have to read Bhagavad Gita with determination. He is reading that Bhagavad Gita, reciting Bhagavad Gita with devotion. He is reading Bhagavad Gita. And what is this Bhagavad Gita does? When somebody reads with such a determination, regulated mind, it blesses us with all virtue, all kinds of divine qualities. One will be free from anger, free from greed, all kinds of false ego. He will have all kinds of such divine qualities. When one live his life with the instructions of Bhagavad Gita, one can simply acquire all such divine qualities and he can become a perfect leader in the society, which will bestow the welfare for the all people, all mass of people. Just like Pandavas, Krishna wanted them that because they are the devotees, they should become the leader and lead the society. Further, it says that person who daily, recites or reads Bhagavad Gita with regulated mind, he will attain Vaikuntha. Kuntha means anxiety. This material world is known as Kuntha. Vaikuntha means which is free from all kinds of anxiety. That is known as Vaikuntha, which is the residence of that Supreme Lord. Many times people across the world, they visit Vrindavan, they come and stay in our temple. They experience different kind of bliss. They experience different kind of bliss altogether. Why? Because these temples are the like spiritual embassy. World of is like we have an embassy of US in our country in Delhi and various place embassies, different embassies of different nations are there who represents those nations in our country. Same way these temples are the embassies of the Vaikuntha. These are the embassies of Vaikuntha. One can experience that bliss when he visits temple. When he spends the quality time in the temple, he can simply experience that kind of bliss and experience in his life. Because these are the embassies of that spiritual world. Just like in this embassy, suppose the US embassy is there, even though in Delhi it is there, but rules and regulation of Indian government will not be applicable to that US embassy. Same way, these temples, the rules and regulation of material world will not be applicable. That's why one experience that bliss when somebody is completely absorbed in the thought of Krishna when residing in the temple. And further it is saying that one who recites Bhagavad Gita, Bhaya Shokadi Varjita, he gets free from all kinds of Bhaya, Shoka, all kinds of Bhaya and Shoka, he gets free. Like in our life, we have a lot of, fear, insecurities, fear of losing relationship, fear of losing some assets, fear of losing some wealth, all different kinds of fears we are having. Even nowadays, we see when we are traveling, we see that there is an option to add insurance. Suppose you meet with an accident, so it is covered. There is a fear in traveling. So a lot of such insurance companies, just because of fear, lot of such insurance companies are existing. Lot of such insurance companies are existing. So here it is mentioned one who with regulated mind, he hears or recites Bhagavad Gita, he can get Bhaya Shokadi Varjita. He can get free from all kind of insecurities and fear in his life. Many of you, like from last 1 year, have been attending Bhagavad Gita sessions regularly. Some of you might have experienced this thing, that your level of fear would have been reduced. Those who are sincerely attending or hearing Bhagavad Gita sessions, you might have experienced this thing. Then further it says, second shloka, if one read Bhagavad Gita very sincerely, with all kind of seriousness, then by the grace of the Lord, he get free from all kinds of past misdeeds, all kind of papa, sins. He get free from all kinds of sins and past misdeed he has performed. All these sins will not act upon him. Krishna is telling this same thing in the Bhagavad Gita also. Sarva papebhyo mam ekam sharanam ja. Just take shelter of me. Shelter of me means what? Shelter of Krishna's instruction, shelter of Krishna's holy name. When somebody takes shelter of Krishna's holy name, Krishna's instruction, Krishna takes away all our past misdeeds and reaction. He personally takes charge of our karma. Just like there is a seed. Suppose peanut is there. If you sow that peanut into the soil, it will fructify. But now suppose that same peanut seed, if you roast that peanut seed, it will not be able to fructify or germinate again. Same way, when we surrender to the Lord or when we accept His instructions in our life, these karma bija will become invalid, will not be no more, it will be potent to act in our life. All the karma will be burned away. Just like a seed is roasted, it is no more potent to fructify into a tree or a plant. Same way, when we take up Krishna consciousness, when we take the instructions of Krishna in our life, all these karma bija, past misdeed, will not act upon us. And what is that position of Bhagavad Gita? This Bhagavad Gita is the essence of all the Vedic literatures, because especially it is spoken by that Supreme Lord from whom all the Vedas has emanated. Vedas means knowledge, all knowledge of everything. Entire knowledge has been emanated from the Vedas, and that essence of all the Vedas is this Bhagavad Gita. Just like you take out the milk from the cow, the essence of that milk is ghee. Same way, the essence of all this Vedic knowledge is Bhagavad Gita, because it has been spoken by that Supreme Personality of Godhead, from whom Vedas has come. Veda isya sarver aham eva vedyo vedantikrit vedavid evam chaham. So when one reads Bhagavad Gita, he can get free from all kind of bhaya and shoka. He will get free from all kinds of misdeeds which we have performed. Don't know how many since how many lifelong misdeeds we have been keep performing. That karma and sin we are carrying with us. That all sin and karma, Krishna is assuring, will not act upon us when we take shelter of Him by understanding or living with the instructions of Bhagavad Gita. So second thing is, please take out some time, 5 to 10 minutes on daily basis, read Bhagavad Gita. Just like we take everyday bath to clean ourselves, same way this Bhagavad Gita clean our internal self. When we read this Bhagavad Gita, our internal self get clean. All kind of abhadras, negative things that we are carrying with all of us, we are carrying certain negative things within our life. All those things will be washed away. All those things will be washed away. Especially a person, when he goes, is mentioned, when one takes bathe in the Ganges, that Ganges is so potent that all the sins will be washed away. But by reading Bhagavad Gita, not only our sin, our sinful tendency will get washed away. And when that sinful tendency is washed away, we are always be blissful, free from all kinds of bhaya and shoka. Our life will be blissful. So this Bhagavad Gita has 700 shlokas. So even though if you start with 2 shlokas every day, with the translation and purport, which will hardly take 5 to 10 minutes, you can complete entire Bhagavad Gita within a year, which we have been longing or which we may have been desiring since years together. But if we take a small step every day, we can complete within a year. And many of you are already attending sessions, but those who are not regular or those who are new can join Sunday to Sunday Bhagavad Gita sessions. Take out some time on Sunday, attend the sessions. So, by these instructions of Krishna, our life will be sublime. Instructions of Bhagavad Gita. So, first thing is one should take up chanting of the holy name of the Lord. Second is one should read Bhagavad Gita on daily basis. Third thing is one should offer something to the Lord. Just like Krishna is saying, Man mana bhav mad bhakto, become my devotee. Now, before that, Krishna was saying that I am giving you this sarva guhyatamam, this knowledge which is most confidential because you are my devotee. He is mentioning to Arjuna, because you are my devotee, that's why I am giving you this most confidential knowledge. Now, here Krishna is requesting all of us, Man mana bhav mad bhakto, to become his devotee. Becoming devotee means what? To develop our personal relationship with Krishna. That is the meaning of becoming a devotee. So how one can develop that personal relationship with Krishna? Just like in our life, we have a lot of relationships. And those relationships develop when there are some exchanges. When there are some exchanges, suppose there are two lovers, girl and boy. Boy says to girl that I love you a lot. I love you a lot. But he is not doing anything for the girl, not getting any gift, simple gift also he is not getting. This girl will be, what kind of lover you are? You are not giving anything to me. So for a relationship, exchanges plays a very important role. Like Krishna has blessed us with this human form of life. Krishna has blessed us with this nice, uh, Prakriti, nature, which is working perfectly. Like now, suppose to get water, we have to pay water tax. But there is a sunlight, oxygen, so many such natural resources have been provided by Krishna so easily. So we should express our gratitude to develop our relationship with Krishna. Krishna says, Patram pushpam phalam toyam yo me bhakta parayachati. Aham bhakta uprahadisha asnani. So he is saying, if you offer me with love and devotion, a leaf, patram, pushpam, a flower, patram, pushpam, phalam, fruit, toyam, simply water. If you offer all these things with love and devotion to me, I accept. Krishna is telling, I accept. If we see whichever corner of the world we may be, one can easily get leaf, very easy. Flower is also very easy. Fruits are also very easy. Even though suppose climatic situations are so worst, even though you don't have flowers, fruits, just like in some portions of Canada, there is a lot of minus degree temperature is going. So hardly there are leaf, tulsi plants are hardly there. Flowers are also not much. Very difficult to get all those things. So simply if one offer water, Krishna is telling Toyam, if simply one offers water to Krishna, he accepts. And when he accepts, our relationship with Krishna develops. It spiritually uplift our own self when we offer something to Krishna. And as a prasadam, suppose you have offered water to Krishna, you accept as a prasadam then. So one should take, first one should offer to Krishna, then one should take as a prasadam. So when we eat that prasadam, our consciousness get uplifted, it uplifts. Spiritually, we make advancement in bhakti. Then further Krishna is saying, Yad kroshi, yad juhoshi, yad asnasi, yad dadasi, yat. Whatever you eat, you offer it to me. Whatever you do for me. Whatever you give away, you give to me. Whatever you perform, austerities you perform for me. So here, if we try to understand, Krishna is telling, you include me in each and every aspect of your life. You add me in each and every aspect of your life. When you do that, you will be free from the bondage of this material existence, which is a very vicious cycle of birth, death, old age, and disease. Very difficult to come out from this karma bandhana. One can simply get liberated when one brings Krishna into his life, adds Krishna as a, in each and every aspect of his life. One will simply get liberated. Either you can offer fruits if you don't have, suppose many times in our house we are preparing so many things and we are preparing with some onion garlic is also involved. So you can simply offer fruits, dry fruits, milk, water, or some sweet you can prepare for the Lord. You can offer that to the Lord. So try to make at least one offering for the Lord every day. One offering you should make. It may be as simple as water, or it may be as grand as Rajbhog. Lot of items you can prepare. Based on your capacity, try to make at least one offering to the Lord on daily basis and have it as a prasadam. Accept it as a, honor it as a prasadam. So three things we all can take as a resolution to begin our new year with, to invoke the blessings of the Lord is, first is to chant his holy name, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare. Second is, we should read Bhagavad Gita 5 minutes or 10 minutes based on our availability of our time in our daily schedule. But we should make sure that at least I read one verse of Bhagavad Gita. Hardly will take 2 to 3 minutes to 5 minutes. Third thing is, we should make some offering to that Supreme Lord Krishna so that we can develop our own personal relationship with the Lord. And Lord is there in our, life. There cannot be any, you know, one will not fall down. Just like Arjuna, even though Duryodhana has all arrangements to win the battle, and these Pandavas hardly has army, almost like half of the Duryodhana army. Duryodhana has best of the soldiers in his army, whereas these Pandavas has only Krishna, who is also not taking up any weapon. So same way, if we add Krishna as center of our life, we will be always victorious from this material world, from this vicious cycle of this material world of birth, death, old age, and disease. So we will end here. Anyone has any question or anything to ask or share, please feel free to share or ask.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
So I have a doubt which I wanted to clarify. You said that we should keep Krishna in the center of everything we do, right?
Hmm.
Being in a grihast ashram, I'm
Hmm.
a mother, you know,
Hmm.
I'm a daughter, so I have to do
Hmm.
all sort of things for the whole day. So how
Hmm.
do I keep him in the center of everything I do?
Yes. So being a mother, being a daughter, or being a wife, or so many relationships, so many things we perform in our life. So what we should do? Suppose being a mother, you have to cook for your daughter. You give her Krishna Prasadam. Uh, you have to give food to your husband, to your parents. Give them Krishna Prasadam. Or you chant the holy name of the Lord. Gradually, they will also get benefited. They will also get benefited. Or our relationship with our daughter, our mother, should be also centered around with Krishna. We should inspire them that they should get connected with Krishna. They should develop their relationship with Krishna. Just like a child is depend upon the parents for the protection. Whenever there is some danger, child will keep running towards the mother or father. Save me, please save me, mama bachao. Right? So we should inspire them, or tell to them that who is the supreme protector. Many times we may not be there in their life, in the situations that they may come across. So we should instruct them who can give them supreme protection. We should guide them. How? There are a lot of pastimes in Srimad Bhagavatam where Lord has protected even a small child like Prahlad Maharaj, who has been tortured very ruthlessly by his father, who was a demon, Hiranyakashipu. So we should, just like you have a small daughter, you can read all these pastimes and narrate to her. They are pastimes of the Lord. There is a one Krishna book in that all those very sweet nectarian pastimes are there. So when they hear about Krishna, their attachment or their relationship with Krishna will develop. So like in different such ways, we can introduce Krishna into their life. Then our relationships are also centered around Krishna. Even though we have a lot of relationship as a daughter, mother, wife, husband, father, mother, whatever it may be, if we have introduced Krishna, then our relationships are centered around Krishna. We have to take care of them as a matter of duty so they attain Krishna Bhakti. Shastra says, पुत्र न पितृ न शिष्यात, जननी न शिष्यात, guru न शिष्यात, deve न शिष्यात. One should not accept any kind of relationship, either it may be father or mother, husband or wife, a spiritual master. All such relationship one should not accept until and unless he or that person is not qualified to liberate another person who is, he is going to accept as a relation. A husband should not accept a wife. He is not qualified to liberate his wife. He should not accept. This is the, Shastras are saying. Parents should not conceive a child if they are not qualified to liberate their child from this material world. This is what Shastras are saying. So we have a very responsible position or role to play as a father, mother, husband, wife, so that we can bring Krishna as a center or Krishna into their life, or our relationships are centered around Krishna. Then you will see, entire family will be joyful. There is a G20 or this thing, there was a main agenda or something was Vasudevam Kutumbakam. Now they want entire world to be a family, Vasudevam Kutumbakam. But how it will be possible if you remove the Vasudeva from that? It will not be possible. Suppose you want Ram Rajya, but you don't want Lord Ram into your, life. Then how you will get Ram Rajya? You will not get Ram Rajya. Some other Rajya you will get. But if you bring Lord Ram into your life, then only it is possible to get Ram Rajya. Just like we want sunlight, but we don't want sun. Is it possible to have a sunlight without sun? No, it is not possible. Same way, we want a peace, bliss, happiness, permanency, permanent things in our life. It is not at all possible if we are not bringing Krishna, that Supreme Lord, in our life. How much ever we may try, all our attempts will be frustrated or failed if we don't keep Krishna as the center of our life. Yes, hope it answers your question.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much.
Yes, any other questions or anything?
Prabhuji, can you explain Hare Krishna Mahamantra?
Yes, definitely. So this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So it is a 16 syllable mantra where this Hare represents Alladani Shakti, internal potency of the Lord. Lord has various potencies. Out of them, the prominent or the topmost potency is Alladani, pleasure potency of the Lord. Allada means pleasure, pleasure potency of the Lord. So this Alladani Shakti personification is Srimati Radharani. So Lord, one of the name of Lord is Hari. Hari means who takes away our all anxiety, sins. He is known as Hari. And one who takes away the heart of Hari is Srimati Radharani. One who takes away even the heart of Hari is known as Srimati Radharani, and she is referred as Hara. And when it comes into vocative like this mantra, it becomes Hare. So it becomes Hare Krishna. We are referring to that Alladani potency, Alladani Shakti of that Supreme Lord Krishna, who is Srimati Radharani. So here it is referring to that Srimati Radharani. So Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Now second portion of the mantra is Hare Rama. So Lord Rama's Alladani potency or Shakti is Mother Sita. So we are praying to them. We are praying, "Oh Mother Srimati Radha Rani, please engage me in the service of the Lord. Please engage me in the service of the Lord." And by her mercy only, one can serve that Supreme Lord. Otherwise, it is not possible. How much ever you may try, you cannot serve Supreme Lord until and unless you are empowered by Srimati Radharani. So one needs the blessings of Srimati Radharani to serve that Supreme Lord. So now what is happening when we are chanting this mantra? We are asking Srimati Radharani, please bless me with the service of that Supreme Lord. Why? So that I can develop personal relationship with that Supreme Lord. And it is a cry to that Supreme Lord. And one simply, you know, get the attention of the Supreme Lord by chanting this holy name. Just like a child, when he is crying, that a child is crying, mother simply she will run to the child to take care of the child. She will leave everything and she will run to the child. Same way, when we chant this Hare Krishna mantra, immediately Krishna get attracted. He get attracted, and when we are chanting, he is dancing on our tongue. He is dancing on our tongue. Lord descends. Lord descends onto our tongue and he is dancing. And when we hear that mantra carefully, this Hare Krishna mantra, Lord enters into our ear and then he goes and sits in our heart. And our heart get free from all kind of abhadras. Those who are regularly chanting over a period of time, maybe from 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, they might have experienced lot of changes in themselves. All the negative qualities would have minimized or gone away just by chanting this mantra. This is the power of this mantra. Because suppose your room is dirty, you cannot sit there, right? Same way, when we are inviting our Lord to sit in our heart will be free from all kind of such negative things gradually. Eka Hari Nama Kore Sarva Papa Nash. Just by chanting one time Hare Krishna mantra, one can get rid of mountains of sin which has been accumulated from the millions of our life. So it is so potent, this mantra. So we should take this mantra very seriously. It is like a medicine. It is a medicine which can cure our bhava roga, material disease. What is material disease? Material disease is of birth, death, old age, and disease, and various kaleshas that we are suffering from. Kaleshas means there are three kinds of kaleshas. Anyone remembers? Three kaleshas.
आदि आदि भौतिक, आदि
Hmm.
दैविक, आध्यात्मिक.
Yes. So each and every living entity is suffering from these kaleshas. What is these kaleshas? Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik, and Adhyatmik. Adi Bhautik kalesha is sometime in our life we get distress or suffering because of some other living entity. Suppose a mosquito bites you, you may get dengue. It's a suffering because of some other living entity. It is known as Adi Bhautik kalesha. Now comes Adi Bhautik, Adi Devik. Adi Devik is you are going and there is a heavy rainfall and you got afflicted by that rainfall. You got afflicted by that rainfall. Some kind of distress has been caused upon you because of that rainfall. You have got wet and now you have got cold. So it is Adi Devik Kalesha. Or suppose you are going somewhere, there is a tsunami. So there is some kind of distress. Earthquake, there is certain kind of distress. So it is Adi Devik Kalesha. And third and most important Kalesha is Adhyatmik kalesha. Adhyatmik is the distress or suffering which is caused by our own self. Many times our own body is suffering, our digestion is not good. There is a suffering. Our mind creates lot of problems. Sometimes is not happy, anxiety, all that depression is there. Is adhyatmic kalesha caused by my own self, my own body. So this Hare Krishna mantra is the only medicine to get rid of all these kaleshas. And this is told by Lord Brahma himself. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Iti Shodshak Nam Kali Kalmasha Nashanam Nato Parato Upaya Sarva Vedeshu Drishyate. He is saying that after seeing all the Vedas, there is no other solution in Kali Yuga to get free from all the kalmashas, all the kaleshas. Only this 16th syllable, only this 16th syllable of holy name, which is known as Hare Krishna mantra, can only be a solution to get rid of all the kaleshas. So when we take up this, because this Hare Krishna mantra is that supreme personality of Godhead himself, just like, you know, in the form of food, Krishna is prasadam. In the form of intelligence, Krishna is Bhagavad Gita. In the form of Vigraha, Krishna is himself has descended into that Vigraha or deity. So same way in the form of sound or holy name, Krishna has descended. That is Hare Krishna mantra. So we worship prasadam by eating it. We worship deity of the Lord by offering arti, by offering dress, by preparing garland, by offering bhoga. We worship the deity. Same way, the easiest way to worship that Supreme Lord in the age of Kali Yuga is by chanting his holy name, which is Hare Krishna mantra. Hope this helps you get clear understanding.
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. You once told me, but I forgot. I thought I'll, revise. Thank
No
you.
worries. No worries. Yes. So we shall end here and hope all of you will have a blissful new year with the blessings of Lord. You can start a new year. You can visit temple. You can chant. You can prepare some special offering for the Lord. So all such various activities one can start his, year with the blessings of the Lord. And not only year, each and every day we can start as a new beginning and we can enjoy or relish each and every moment and each and every day of our life. We can experience that Nava Rasa on daily basis and we bring Krishna as center of our life. Krishna is saying next to this verse, Man Mana Bhakto, is saying this, Brahma Bhuta Prasanna Atma Na Sochati Na Kanshati Sama Sarveshu Bhuteshu Mad Bhakti Labate Param. He will be always joyful. Who is a devotee, who is serving that Supreme Lord, he will be always joyful. He will be free from all kinds of shoka, all kind of lamentation. So I request all of you, based on your capacity, if any one of you want, you can reach out to me and you can start adding Krishna as a center of your life. That will help you. Only that can help you. Okay. So we will end here. श्रीमद् भगवद गीता की
जय
प्रभुपाद की
जय
जय
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण
हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna.